Inside Pitch with Bob Wolff. Brought to you by Palmolive Rapid Shave. Outshaves the brush, outshaves the tube. Rapid Shave outshaves them all. And by Rapid Shave Menthol. So cool, so great, you'll scarcely feel the razor.
Hoyt Wilhelm was a knuckleball specialist. He used to pitch in the National League, pitch for the Giants, the Cardinals, and now he's performing his feats in the American League with the Cleveland Indians. Hoyt, is it actually a knuckleball or is that a misnomer?
Well, it's actually a floater is what it is, Bob, and the whole idea of throwing a knuckleball is to throw the ball where it won't spin, and the wind currents taking the seams of the ball makes it do those tricks. I guess you'd just call it a floater.
You use your fingertips to guide it.
Yeah, I throw it right off the end of the fingertips and more or less push the ball out.
How many fingertips do you use? How many fingers on it?
Well, I only have 2 fingertips on the ball.
Now, the odd thing about the knuckleball pitching fraternity is that most of you knuckleball pitchers use different techniques, don't you?
That's true. There's different guys put 3 fingers on it, and I've even seen guys throw it with 4 fingers. But I got started throwing it like this, and that's the way it feels best to me, and that's the way I throw it.
How often do you use that pitch?
Well, if I'm getting it over the plate, Bob, that's the pitch I want them to hit off of me.
Are there certain days when it performs better than others?
Oh yeah, there's days when it doesn't do much, and days when it does too much. It's a tough pitch to control, and that's the main disadvantage of it, is getting it over the plate.
Does the weather play a big part in it, Hoyt?
Well, not too much, except maybe when the wind's blowing straight in behind you, behind the pitcher, it's a little tough to make the ball break, and I think that's true with any breaking pitch.
Some years ago, there was a knuckleball pitcher named Roger Wolff, no relation. And I recall one day during the course of a ball game between innings, Roger disappeared into the locker room, and he went down there, he told me later, to get a fingernail file. His fingernails were too long, he just couldn't get it right. You use your fingernails to any degree in your knuckler?
Definitely, Bob. That's one of the big things about throwing a knuckler, is keeping your fingernails the right length and file straight across on the end. That's the way I do it.
I see. So that's an all-important part of doing the trick, huh?
It certainly is.
Well, Hoyt, we've talked about the knuckleball now, and I think we ought to take a look at it in actual operation. And to do that, of course, an important part of being able to pitch the knuckler is having somebody to catch the knuckleball. So we're going to use J.W. Porter as your catcher for this demonstration, and we'll actually see Hoyt Wilhelm throwing him up in just a minute. But first, here's something else I'd like you to see.
Hello, folks. This is J.W. Porter. You can't see me, but I'm trying to catch Hoyt Wilhelm and his knuckleball here. I'll try to explain to you what it does. Now, that ball broke down and away from a right-handed hitter, which Hoyt's ball will normally do. However, that ball there went up. That ball went down a little and away, more away than anything. That pitch there wasn't his best. It didn't move too. That's what I call his pigtail. His ball just seems to make a spiral as it comes up. Now that ball broke in a little. That was a good one. That ball broke down, I would say, anywhere from 6 to 8 inches.
Jay, while you're catching here, just let me ask you a question or so about this knuckleball. Do you, as a catcher, can you get set, or you have to wait till the last moment for it?
Bob, you never know what his ball is going to do until the very last instant. And then all you can do is just stab at it and hope that you get enough glove on it to keep it close by.
Let's take a look at another. I see he's all set to work.
That was a good one. That broke away.
Thank you very much, J.W. Porter and Hoyt Wilhelm. I'll be back in just 1 minute. First, here's something else I'd like you to see. First, I want to thank J.W. Porter for his fine commentary, which is a tough thing to do while you're catching that knuckleball. Nice going, Jay.
Thank you, Bob.
Hoyt, I want to ask you now about your pitching. I noticed that you're both a starter and a relief man. Isn't it tough to come in as a relief man with that knuckleball, particularly as far as the catcher is concerned with men on base?
Well, it does present a little problem, Bob, in close ball games especially. It's kind of tough, yes.
How old were you when you first started with the knuckleball?
Oh, I started throwing it way back when I was in high school. I've thrown a knuckleball just about all the time, I'd say.
Is this necessary, do you think, to start back that early to master it?
Well, I don't know about that, Bob. But some guys have come up with it in their later years as pitchers, but in my case, as I say, I started throwing it when I was young and just stayed with it. So I don't know. I don't guess it is necessary to start that far back.
Jay, you play a lot of positions, catching, first base, outfield. You decided on one as yet?
Well, my first love has always been to catch, but if I'm asked to play somewhere else, I sure will, if it'll get me in there.
Well, do you find that you're playing other spots like first base or the outfield helps you in catching this knuckleball when you have to do that trick?
Nothing helps you there but God, I guess.
You just have to hope that everything goes well, huh?
That's right.
Well, when you are in a game with men on base, if Hoyt moves in as a relief man, do you call for it despite the hazard of the men moving up if it gets by?
Oh, yes, you have to call for it because it happens to be Hoyt's best pitch, and it's a good strikeout pitch, which you want with men on base. But you just have to fight it. That's all you can do.
One quickie before I let you go. What does the JW stand for?
Absolutely nothing.
Folks, J.W. Porter, Hoyt Wilhelm. This is Bob Wolff. That's the story on your Inside Pitch.
The Inside Pitch with Bob Wolff has been brought to you by Palmolive Rapid Shave. Outshaves the brush, outshaves the tube. Rapid Shave outshaves them all. And by Rapid Shave Menthol. So cool, so great, you'll scarcely feel the razor.